Alrighty. Can y'all hear me? Say what's up in the chat. I just want you to type what's up. However you would interpret that being typed out. Say what's up if you can hear me. About to have a good stream. It's just your boy. It's just your boy today, okay? Badaki got married and families in town from New York, from Brooklyn. And I believe he got, let me double check his schedule though. I got my boy's schedule here. Beautiful wedding. Beautiful. I wonder if I can find a photo where I can show you how beautiful it was. Hey, what's up, Alexander Cola? Thanks for joining, my guy. Let me see if I can find a photo for y'all, because it was beautiful. Right on the water, right, the Opera House to the right, Sydney Harbor Bridge to, you know, directly in front. I'm sure he'll have photos later, but it was absolutely beautiful. Let me tell you what, mate. But it's just me today, just me. And it's going to be interesting because I'm not going to be able to fill all the gaps, but you know what? In my throat, I did a Patreon only stream yesterday, which, by the way, if you guys don't know, we do an extra stream per week for Patreon only members. If you're close friends and above, you get access to that. And you know what? While I am shouting it out, I might as well let you guys know, if you want to play in a Dynasty League with me, with Badaki, if you want to get unlimited advice, our rankings, Dynasty Rookie Redraft, if you want access to our rookie profiles, if you want to play Dynasty or Redraft with us, check out our Patreon. Feel free to ask any questions. I will say we have a spot open in our Delta League, okay? And it is from the 6th spot. The startup is happening in about 2 or 3 weeks. The startup draft is happening about 2 or 3 weeks. So the first person to sign up will be slotted and submit their deposit will be slotted into that Delta League at the 6th spot, which is an extremely attractive spot. I almost wanted to just swap over myself because I'm at the 12. But check it out. Let us know if you have any cues. And I am on my own today, so go ahead and drop a like for your boy.
Like that? You like that?
Come on, help your boy out on his own. Let's see if we can hit the like goal. If we do hit the like goal, I will shave my beard off. Yes, my wife will love that because she hates... She actually prefers babyface, so... What's up? What's everyone doing tonight? I'm catching up with the chat. What's up, August? What's up, Jasmine? Matt? Jamar from afar? Kevin? Josh? Kenny Powers is here. Tiz TV. Joshua Drusev. Kevin? Nathan Ruffalo. What's up, Gator? Joshua? Matt Dennis? Everyone's representing. Hi, Dalla. Joshua Palumbo. Terry Hoffman. Dave Dixon's in here. What's up? Matt's in here. Really appreciate the love, guys. Wow. We just got like 10 likes while I was reading all your names. That's huge love, guys. Thanks for the support. So we are doing a rookie-only draft today. Okay? And before we get to that, I want to show you guys the landing spots. So if you don't know the landing spots, they are in the description below. It's the first thing in the description of this video. All right. Now, the most crucial thing that you need to know at this point is if you're not in the Discord, if you're not in our Discord yet, then you're not going to have a chance to get into tonight's mock draft. Okay. So if you want to mock with us, join our Discord. That is also the second link in our description. So you got to make sure that you're in the Discord. Otherwise, you're not going to have a chance to join today's mock draft. The link will be sent in the Dynasty Draft text channel. Now, yes, People will miss out. That's the unfortunate reality. You know, there's only 11 spots now with Badaki gone. So only 11 people are going to be able to join. So, you know, don't spam the chat in your anger if you miss out, because that's always an interesting way to start our day. But thank you guys for joining us. Really appreciate you. So you can see these landing spots, and we're going to go through them in a second. Some are really interesting to me, and specifically the Malik Willis to the Vikings, because I have thought about putting this in my 2.0 mock draft. I don't think it's crazy. They got 2 years left of Kirk Cousins. They can get out of the deal as well next year, and Kirk's not getting any younger. I don't think he's taking them to a Super Bowl. There's a new head coach. I don't think it's crazy to say that they could go quarterback. The most likely pick there is obviously cornerback, but I don't think it's crazy to say that it's a possibility. Europe said I would need a new pair of pants if the Vikings drafted Malik. Hey, man, I feel you on that one. Yes, and after this live stream, we were also doing the draft order reveal for the Foxtrot League. So make sure you hang around for that. Now, look, this mock draft is through the website called NFL Mock Draft Database. They're a great company, small company, but they're doing great work. And it's not all accurate, but it's fun for landing spots. Okay. So we will go through those landing spots in a second whenever this mock draft is full. So again, if you want to join today's mock, step one is to join our Discord. It's the second link in the description. And in the Dynasty mock drafts channel, I am going to send the link to join. Please do not spam with your anger if you're not able to join us today. To join our mock. Here is the link. All right, so I'm about to send it, y'all. In 3, 2, 1. I'm gonna count a little bit for the lag. Bang. All right, that's gonna fill up relatively quick today. Hey, Jordan, I feel like we haven't mocked with you in a while, or maybe never. Hey, there's some new people in this mock. I love that. Wow. Love it. There's a lot of new people. I love it. Love it. Love it. Welcome in. Welcome in. If it's your first mock, say what's up in the chat. Badaki. Badaki's in the chat. Badaki, when do you go to Fiji? I couldn't remember the exact day when you go to Fiji, but he's with his family right now. Brooklyn. The Brooklyn family's in town. Hey, is the music too much, guys? Kind of wanted to use the music as a little buffer because I'm not going to be able to talk throughout the entire thing. My voice was killing me yesterday on our Patreon only stream. So let me know if the music is alright. Y'all tell me. Okay, so we are full. Kevin got in. I love it. All right, so Badaki goes to Fiji on Thursday. Music is great. Everyone's saying congrats to Badaki. Hey, in the Discord, there was so much love sent out to Badaki. I love that. I love the community that we got there. All right. So this is a rookie-only draft. A lot of people watch these later, so look at me. Let's get on the same page for a second, all right? Let's have a little connect moment right here. Let's get on the same page. This is a place for you to say whatever you want to say, all right? You can disagree with my thoughts. There are things that I'm going to say about these rookies that you will disagree with, and that's okay. In fact, it's welcomed on our channel. There's always room for conversation and differences of opinion, okay? So let's just get that out of the way first. We are doing a rookie-only mock, 4 rounds. We actually have a spot open. What's going? Unless that's just my. Let's see. Unless that's just me. There looks like there's a spot open, guys, which is crazy. That doesn't really happen very often. So someone can try and claim that. All right. So if you're watching later and if you're watching now, let's go through some of these landing spots for some of these players. Man, I feel like that's a little bit too much. I want the music to be a little bit less loud. I wonder if I can change that here. Okay, that feels a little bit better. All right. We still have a spot open. I do not know what's going on. Okay. I don't know what's happening, but here we are. All right, let's look at these mock draft positions, okay? Or landing spots, as it were. So Garrett Wilson is a Falcon. He is the first positional offensive player taken. Drake London goes to the Jets. Treylon to the Commanders. I love this one. Malik Willis to the Vikings. I just think that would be really, really fun. Would catch a lot of people off guard, but I think it would be an exciting pick. Chris Olave is a Saint. Jameson Williams, an Eagle. I've talked about how much I dislike that, but it is what it is. He is an Eagle. Kenny Pickett to the Saints. And then there's a big run of defensive players. Kenneth Walker is a Kansas City Chief. He's the first running back off the board. Yes, there's no way Sauce Gardner lands here, let's be honest. And wow, so many defensive players go in this class. Matt Corral goes to the Falcons. That's an awesome landing spot for him. John Mechie, he links up there with Malik. So many good wide receivers on the board. Why would they take Mechie? Anyway, they did. George Pickens is a Bear. Breece Hall is a Saint. We're not going to change that. Something stupid like this could happen in the NFL draft. That's why landing spots matter. So we're just going to mock it as if that's true. Watson is a Chief. You guys know I'm not a huge Watson fan. I think there was probably better players available, but it is what it is. Isaiah Spiller goes to the Bills. Ruckert to the Bucks, and Dulcich to the Niners. And as we go down, David Bell goes to the Texans. Calvin Austin is a Jag. Wandale is, again, a Viking. Brian Robinson to the Texans. Carson Strong to the Steelers. Jahan Dotson falls way too far, and he's a Patriot. Desmond Ridder is a... Oh, that's a bad landing spot for him. Let's be honest. He's a Raider. That's a real tough landing spot, especially after that contract extension. Sky Moore to the Titans. Jelani Woods to the Packers. Love that spot. Trey McBride is a Bronco. Sam Howell is a Lion. Justin Ross to the Dolphins. Rachaad White to the Rams. Damian Pierce to the 49ers. And every Elijah Mitchell owner said, hell no, please. You can see the rest of the landing spots. James Cook to the Falcons. Shakira is a Bronco. Not a great landing spot, all things considered. Kyron to the Colts. Jerome to the Eagles. Beatty to the Bills. Chris Paul to the Phoenix Suns. Pierre Strong to the Titans. So have a look through this. It's going to be interesting. But these are the landing spots, ladies and gentlemen. So we are going to use that. Again, the link to this will be in the description or it will be pinned. Yes, Jalen Tolbert to the Giants. Yeah, settings must have been aggressive. You're right. Kevin says, Zach, when do you prefer doing draft? Right after NFL draft, training camp, or preseason? I like after the NFL one, more risk involved. I think for Dynasty, I think after the NFL draft is when I would be doing my rookie drafts and startup drafts. Because the offseason is continually flowing, and that's the best part of Dynasty. You don't want to just leave your league in kind of limbo for, 4 months to wait for the season to start. So many trades and conversations can happen in between that. That's the best part of Dynasty. So I would say then. All right, let's go ahead and get this bad boy started. 2 minutes on the clock. Take as much time as you want. So let's see what happens here. So Kenneth Walker goes a 101. All right, let's just talk about this for a second. I know. I'm going to pause the draft at certain points. But I was wondering what this landing spot might do to Breece Hall. Okay? Now, you guys let me know in the chat. I don't think that this would be enough for me to... I don't know what I would do yet. If Brees truly went to the Saints and Kenneth Walker really went to the Chiefs, I guess draft capital is really important here. What would you guys do? What would your pick be? Would you go Kenneth Walker here, or would you go Brees? Because I think there's a good conversation for both. I do think Brees is in a tier of his own as a player, but obviously the landing spot for Kenneth Walker is great. What we don't want to do is repeat what we did with Clyde a couple years ago. A lot of people did with Clyde a couple years ago, and take him because he landed in a great spot over guys like Swift and Gibson and Jonathan Taylor's of the world. So we have to be careful to not overvalue a landing spot and miss out on the talent. I'm not saying it's the wrong pick. I just think it's a great conversation to have, and I do think I would be taking Brees just because I want to bet on the talent. I've been in a position before where I've betted on the landing spot over someone who I thought was talented, and it didn't really work out. So, yeah, that's just my opinion there. But Malik goes at the 1-2. I think this is such a fun landing spot for Malik, and something that's super, like, low-key. I think it could happen. If not the first round, it's probably not the first round. But don't be surprised if the Vikings go quarterback in round 2. I know that they just drafted one last year, but let's be honest, it's not the future, okay? But that would be a fantastic landing spot for Malik. Probably the best of all the options we've talked about so far. So I'm going to go ahead and resume. Take as much time as you want. A lot of people are seeing it different ways. You know, Walker, Brees. I like the conversations happening in the chat right now. And there goes Brees at the 1-3. Now, again, if you don't have access to this link, landing spots are here. I'll paste this in the chat. So I'll replace that pin message, and hopefully you guys can see the landing spots. All right, so Brees falls to the 1-3. Yes, he does land in New Orleans. Is it ideal? No, but I think this is a really good organization to be connected to. An organization that has consistently had a good offensive line, that knows how to build a run game. And Alvin Kamara is getting older, and his contract status, let's have a look. I believe is he 27 right now? What's his age? Let's see. Is there an out in this contract? Let's have a look. If this was, like, we have to look at these kind of things. So there's an out in 2024, and it would take $9 million of their dead cap, but they would save so much money if they did that. And do they really want to pay Alvin Kamara $27 million as a 30-year-old running back? So I don't think it's crazy to say that the Saints could go running back within the first 3 rounds of this year's draft. Will they get Brees Hall? No, probably not. But anyone who owns Alvin Kamara, I don't think it's crazy to say that it's a chance that the Saints could go running back this draft. However, I do think it would be later. Alan says, FYI, I took Walker just for the conversation point of landing spot. Hey, I love it, Alan. I'm glad we're having this conversation because we get so set in stone with these rookies, and we have to acknowledge that landing spots will be very important for a lot of people's decision-making process. So in this mock, you guys know Jameson Williams he's been my wide receiver 1 from day 1. I've not wavered there. But I have consistently said, I hate this landing spot. So for me, I think that Jameson Williams will be less valuable than the 105 this time next year. So I'm going to pass on him in this mock draft and try and trade for him next year. I love the Kenny Pickett landing spot. Where are some of these other wide receivers gone? I'm kind of losing my head a little bit here. I was trying to keep up with the chat, and now, where did Olave go? Olave's a Saint. That's interesting. I mean, I'm going to have to panic pick here. I'm going to go Olave. That's a huge panic pick. I wish I had more time to actually look at the landing spots, instead, but I was trying to control the chat there. But I like the landing spot there in New Orleans. And I like that Kenny Pickett is there, so I've got someone to build around. There's a quarterback I can rely on. Yeah, Burks is someone I probably should have gone. To be honest, I should have gone Burks because I have him ranked higher in my rankings. Kind of had a little freak out moment there. But hey, I'm going to record some videos today, and I want you guys to tell me what you think of these ideas. I'm thinking of releasing a final rankings video for running backs and wide receivers. There'll be 2 separate videos. I'm thinking about releasing my final rankings for these guys before the NFL draft, and I've actually tiered out these wide receivers and running backs now. Would you guys enjoy that video? I know I've done videos with my rankings before, so maybe it's, you know, just not necessary at this point. You guys know where I stand on most of these players, but let me know. So Olave goes to the Saints. I do think I should have gone Burks. He is higher in my rankings, although they are in the same tier. And I don't mind the landing spot there in Washington. Drake London to the Jets. He also is in that conversation there at the 105. He falls to the Jets there. So it's a little bit difficult to find all the landing spots in this one. Because Garrett Wilson's already off the board. Okay. And there's not really a running back I want to invest in the first round. Personally. Outside of Brees and Kenneth. So there goes Christian Watson off the board at the 1-8. He lands in Kansas City in the second round, which is interesting. Brees could get immediate opportunity if Kamara gets a suspension. That's very true. Olave to the Saints. Matt Dennis says, I have the 104 pick this year and not another pick until the 4th round. I have no backup running backs except true backups. It's a super flex. I have Allen, Tua, and Winston. Would you take running back Walker? I mean, to be honest, Matt, it's a really hard question to answer because there's so many variables. You know, landing spots will be important as to where these people go. There might not be a running back on the board for you at the 104. I'm very comfortable taking Kenneth there. To be honest, though, you have Josh Allen, Tua, and Winston. No, I'm not going to spend the 104 on Kenny Pickett, for example. Do you know what I mean? I'll probably spend that on one of the best wide receivers in the class still. I would still go for the best player available. That's what I would do. Gator says tiers are cool. Alexander Cola says getting London at the 107 when he goes top 10 is a crazy steal. I can understand that. Matt says quarterback could be Pickett or Corral. Yeah, no, I wouldn't reach Matt. I would go best player available. James says you should do a 2022 compared to 2023 class. I'm definitely going to do a video around the 2023 class here soon. Wood says, don't think Burks to the Commanders is a good scheme fit. I don't think it's necessarily a good scheme fit either.
Come on.
But I think the talent is something that I'm betting on. And I personally can see how they would use him. You get as many weapons as you can in that offense. Jameson Williams at the 110. Dotson at the 1-9. Dotson was a Patriot in this mock draft. So, for example, I have Williams as my wide receiver 1 in this year's class. Wow. Now, his landing spot is the Eagles. So, in my mind, I think Olave on the Saints will be more valuable this time next year than Jameson Williams on the Eagles with Jalen Hurts throwing him the ball. So, this time next year, that's where I'll go trade for Jameson Williams. So, landing spot does matter. It really does. Matt Corral at the 111. I think Corral lands with the Falcons. So, that's pretty interesting. George Pickens at the 112. I love that George Pickens pick. He lands with the Bears. George Pickens is my wide receiver 2. You can fight me on it. There's a video on our page where I explain my full reasoning why. Kenny Pickett at the 2-1. To be honest, Kenny Pickett probably should have been a first-round pick. I mean, he landed in a fantastic situation, and they already gave him a really good wide receiver this year. So, and in this mock, he's got Breece Hall. Kenny Pickett had to have been a first-round pick. So that's an absolute steal there for my ball, Zach Ertz. Alan says, after going through these landing spots, I started to see how really bad this mock is with where players are going. No, this was done yesterday. It's a pretty random mock, but the landing spots are fun, though. Steven says, missed the start of this, but I'm so hyped to watch the live stream of your draft reactions. Was in counseling. Shout out mental health. I love it, brother. Hey, man, at least you're doing the right things. You know what I mean? I mean, no one... I think there's like a stigma around counseling and that, but I think it's so important for your relationships and for your life, for the people that you love. Super important to get your mind right. I will be live on Twitch, by the way, so there's a link to our Twitch if you want to watch the NFL draft with me. I will actually have the draft up there. Now, for as long as it doesn't get taken down, you will be able to watch the draft with me. So it's going to be fun. Of course, Matt got you. So Isaiah Spiller and Sky Moore go off the board. Spiller is a Bill, and Sky Moore is a Titan, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, I was really hoping Sky Moore might fall to me. You guys know I'm huge on Sky Moore. I feel like the wide receivers that I'm higher on than the rest of the Dynasty community include Jameson Williams, George Pickens, and Sky Moore. I feel like those are my ride or die guys in this year's class. Elwood says, of the top 5 wide receivers, who do you think has the best chance to produce right away? Well, Elwood, let me answer that question with the landing spots that we have here. Like, we don't know what the landing spots are, but that will be crucial. So Wilson is a Falcon, Olave is a Saint, Burke's a Commander, London's a Jet, Watson is a Chief. I know it sounds crazy, but I do think Watson, I just think there's a lot that he needs to work on. I think they already have Christian Watson. I don't want to be rude, but MVS to me is a really good comp to Christian Watson. So I would rule out Christian Watson just because I think they have good options there. Not elite options, but I think it would take a little while for him to get acclimated. It's a great landing spot. I would say off the top of my, like, Drake London, it's going to take chemistry for him and Zach Wilson to get on the same page. So then I would probably lean between these three. Again, Burks, it's going to take the right scheme for him to get involved. So Olave's a Saint and Garrett Wilson's a Falcon. I think Garrett Wilson gets the most volume straight away, but I like the quarterback situation for Olave a little bit better. So I would say between Wilson and Olave probably are the biggest contributors straight away. I'll put Pickens in that conversation as well because he landed in Chicago. But yeah, I would say Olave or Wilson, probably off the top of my head. All right, so where did Sam Howell land? Howell went to the Lions? I don't hate that. I might take Sam Howell here. Let me just look at the rest of my rankings. Where did... I'm pretty sure he's not going to get back to me, so... Oh, that is not a good landing spot for my guy. How about Jerome? Did Jerome go anywhere? Ugh, no, thank you. I think I need to go Sam Howell here. There's a conversation to be had between Sam Howell and Desmond Ridder. Desmond Ridder is confirmed the backup. I mean, he's literally taken Marcus Mariota's role. He's not going to be a starter for this team. Not after they just got Devontae Adams. So, with Howell landing in Detroit, I think at some point you have to find out what you have with him in this first year. I like the landing spot. So I'm going to take Sam Howell here at the 2-5. I feel pretty good about that value there. And this is why I keep telling people, hey, if you don't get Malik at the top end of the draft, don't reach for a quarterback from like the 1-3 to the 1-8. Don't reach for one of these guys because some of these quarterbacks will fall. It's just going to happen, both in the real NFL draft and in your dynasty drafts. Like it's just going to happen. So, don't reach, young blood. Don't reach. Trying to catch up with the chat, sorry. Hitman says, how would your wide receiver rankings change if you were doing one based on floor and another based on ceiling? That would be pretty interesting. It would change for sure. Because if we're talking about floor, I think Wilson would be my one. But upside, he wouldn't be. I mean, upside, I don't think he would be even my fourth. As crazy as that sounds. He might be my fourth. Yeah, it would definitely change. Gator says Dotson to the Patriots, Jameson to the Eagles, or Pickens to the Bears. I think I would probably have at the 1-9 would have gone Jameson at that point, but I don't think there's a wrong answer necessarily. I would, sorry, Steven says, would 100% take Spiller in the first if in Buffalo? I wouldn't. I get it, but for me, like, you guys are going to hate this, but I don't think that Isaiah Spiller is all that more talented than Devin Singletary or Zach Moss. Like, you know, I just don't think he enters that backfield and is this workhorse guy. I think they realize that he's an average athlete and he kind of gets a piece of the pie here and there. I wouldn't be more excited to get Isaiah Spiller based off that landing spot. Just because I don't think Singletary is I don't think there's a huge gap in talent between them. But in the second, of course, I mean, I think you can take a shot on him. Brian Robinson went to the Texans, and he's going to have a chance to be the running back there. Mechie went to the Vikings, so he falls to the 2-7. A lot of NFL teams are high on Mechie, guys. We need to be aware of that. Yes, JW, you're right. James Cook and Sam Howell both got really good landing spots. August says, I'm right there with you on Sky Moore. Pickens to the Bear would be fantastic. Agreed. Matt Dennis says, hell yeah, the Bears need a great high-end wide receiver from this draft. I think if the Bears could, like, lock in George Pickens in the second round, they would do that. If they could say, hey, can we just go ahead and sign this card right now and send it through, I think they would happily do that. Lions is a good spot for a quarterback, but in the third round, I'm staying away. I can understand that. The worst landing spot for Pierce. Yeah, agreed. Alexander loves Spiller. To be honest, Alexander, I mean, when we first started our scouting process back in December, we've never been high on Spiller. And I think we've seen a lot of people in the community rank him as their RB1, their RB2 at times. The film is really damaging for us when we watch the film. We don't see a special athlete. And oftentimes when players who are average athletes come into the NFL as a running back, they don't translate to these workhorse running backs. It's the same reason why I was super hesitant on Clyde. I thought he was a good pass-catching running back, but I didn't think he was very fast. I didn't think he was all that athletic. I didn't think he, could be this workhorse running back. So for me, it's not that I dislike him as a person. It's just I don't want to spend a first-round pick on Isaiah Spiller. I really don't. I don't see the athleticism there necessary for him to be like a workhorse running back. Would it surprise me in 5 years' time, and this was the comp that I gave him, was Darrell Williams. And I'm not trying to be disrespectful because I'm happy to be wrong. I'm not the type of person where it's like, if Isaiah Spiller this time next year is an absolute superstar, I will absolutely raise my hand and say I was 100% wrong and I need to figure out why I was wrong. But would it surprise me in 5 years' time if Isaiah Spiller was Darrell Williams in the NFL? He had like a decent backup role? No, it wouldn't really surprise me. I just don't see the athleticism there necessary for him to have a long-term career as a superstar, in the league. Mechie goes off the board, then David Bell. Okay, Weidermeyer. Where the heck did Weidermeyer go for him to go this early? The Cardinals in the 6th? I don't know, man. I don't know, Gator. I don't think I can take Weidermeyer that early, my guy. Ertz is still there, and I just don't think Weidemeyer is going to be on the field all that much. David Bell went to the Texans. All right, all right. Wandale, where did Wandale land? Wandale landed in Minnesota again. So Mechie and Wandale both in Minnesota. Rashad White, I believe Rashad landed in, yep, the Rams. He landed in LA, so that's interesting. But I again, like, what I love about our channel is that there's so much room for differences of opinion. So if someone's going to come on a stream and say that they love Spiller, I'm not going to say that they're an idiot or anything, because, look, like, everyone can see certain things in film. But I'm just giving my reasons as to why I'm not so high on him. You know, hope you guys can see that. Ritter falls to the 212. If you're just joining, the reason he fell that far is because he landed with the Raiders in this draft, which unlikely to happen, but he could land in a spot that's very unfavorable for him. So it's good that we're using these landing spots. Makes the draft a little bit more realistic. Carson Strong goes to the 3-1. Where did Carson land? He landed with the Steelers. So let me get this right. Okay, never mind. Okay, I thought Hal went to the Steelers, but he went to the Lions. Alec Pierce at the 3-2. He lands in Baltimore. Not ideal, but, you know, at this point, you're betting on the talent, right? Betting on the talent there. What's weird to me is I keep hearing people talk about Baltimore going wide receiver, but I don't know, man. I don't think that they really need to address that this year. I think Bateman can be a star. Hollywood is like that perfect complementary piece. You got Mark Andrews, and then help me out, someone in the chat. Oklahoma State guy last year. Why is my name blanking? Which I don't think I would be ready to give up on him as a complimentary piece just yet. You got Duvernay there, yeah, but Tylan Wallace is a name that was escaping my mind. Tylan Wallace is not a scrub either. He just landed in a spot where it was tough for him to produce. So, you know, I don't think it's crazy. Calvin Austin, let's see where Calvin Austin landed here. Y'all gonna make me lose my mind up in here. Hey, I like that spot. To the Jags. Ertz isn't getting younger, though, and both Likely and McBride went to the Broncos. I understand that, Gator, but at the same time, Weidemeyer, I feel super confident that he's available in the 3rd round. I just don't think, I've talked about this before, but with Weidemeyer, like, he's not a good blocker, so he's not going to be used on plays, on running plays. He's very limited. He's not fast enough to outrun linebackers. So with Weidemeyer, when are you going to use him? It's really only the red zone. Like his rookie year, he might see 20 to 30% of snaps. It's just not enough reliability there for me to invest into him. Tolbert lands with the Giants. All right, let me just look at some landing spots first before I get off track too much. Again, there's not really a running back I really desperately want to invest in here. Where did Justin Ross and Shakira go? Justin's in Miami. Shakira, oh, that's disgusting. How about Kyle Phillips? Where did Kyle Phillips land? Sometimes he lands in a good spot. Did he not get drafted? He went to the Lions. Well, that's not good. All right, how about one of my running backs that I like? Where's Kyron? Where's Kyron landed? Colts? How about Beatty? Ooh, there we go. I'll take Beatty. Hey, I mean, more competition in that backfield, but Beatty, I think he could definitely carve out a role. It's probably a reach. I would need to look at these landing spots a little bit more, but oh shoot, actually, give me some Dameon Pierce. I think I remember him going to the Niners. Is that right? Okay, yes. I'll take me some Dameon Pierce to San Francisco. Yes, please. Thank you. Just catching up with the chat here. Alexander says, I don't see Spiller as an average athlete. He doesn't have crazy speed, but I thought his acceleration looked great on tape. Agree to disagree. This is also my first year seriously watching film, so what do I know? Hey, we're all getting better at it. Hey, we're all getting better at analyzing prospects. So you're not alone, Alexander. I don't know, man. I don't see it. I don't see it on film. And I don't think it's a mistake that he didn't run the 40 at the combine. Yeah. I don't see him as that kind of athlete, but I get it. 212 is nice for a clear backup. Agree. Matt says, I already had a startup draft for SuperFlex. Got strong. Someone offered me a 2023 third for him. Thoughts? I tried to get a 2023 second, but he declined. To be honest, Matt, at this point, I just don't think it's worth making that kind of move because you just don't know what's going to happen to Carson Strong. And a third round pick isn't enough for me to trade away. In a week's time, you're going to know if Carson Strong is in a really good spot to compete for a starting position. And if he's in a terrible position, then you could probably still get a third. So, and if you can't get a third, it's just like that's not enough for me to just pass up on waiting to see what he could do or where he could land. So, I would keep Carson at this point. Gator says, honestly, I didn't like a lot of the other fits I was looking at. Understandable, Gator. Elwood says, brutally honest thoughts on Tony and Golladay and Tolbert landing there. I'll be honest with you guys. I haven't had a time to make this video. But if you can go trade for Kadarius Toney, see what you can do. Let's see, the 2-4 onwards, there's not a player that I would prefer over Kadarius Toney on the board in this scenario. Give me Kadarius Toney over... Maybe I'll take Sam Howell, depending on landing spot, but maybe it's time to go try and trade for Kadarius Toney. Because imagine he lands in Kansas City. Imagine he lands in Green Bay. Why are they trading him? I don't know. But the Giants are known to not really realize talent right in front of their face. But if Tolbert landed there, he's got just as much of a chance to be fantasy relevant as a guy like David Bell. You know, there's talent there, but there's also question marks. But in New York, Daniel Jones doesn't really give you a lot of confidence, does he? Nah, he doesn't. He doesn't really give you a lot of confidence. Pierre Strong is a better fit in San Fran. Hey, Pierre Strong's definitely an interesting player for sure. Where did Zamir White land? Zamir went to the Panthers. Man, I just don't see why the Panthers would do that. Obviously, this mock draft, there's a lot of things that don't make sense, but landing spots are fun at least. But the Panthers, this is their first pick after the first round. Where did Jerome Ford land? I think I already saw that, but I don't remember. He landed with the Eagles. Where's Isaiah Likely gone then? He went to the Broncos. Algier at the 3-9. So Tebow, you see what I'm saying here though? Like you had your pick of McBride, probably Weidemeyer would have been on the board, Jelani. So if you're mocking this because you need a tight end in your league, you know, I would just rather take a shot on tight end in the third if I want to fill that need. Because I've said this publicly, but this year's tight end class, it's gonna be so hit and miss. Outside of Trey McBride, it's really difficult to see someone making an impact. I guess you could say Jelani maybe, Dulcich, but I think most of these tight ends are going to be lost in the depth chart this year. So spending a second-round pick or even a third-round pick on some of these tight ends worries me because I feel like you're not going to see a lot of them on the field. Do you know what I mean? Weidermeyer's not going to be on the field much. Likely and McBride, not ideal spots for them to land in Denver here with Alberto there. It's hard to see a lot of these tight ends seeing a lot of the field. So for me, I think the 4th round is where I'm going to take a tight end if I do go tight end in this year's rookie class. There goes Beatty off the board. Where did Rutgert land? Hey, that's a great landing spot there for Rutgert. And there's a clear need too. A very clear need for tight end. That makes a lot of sense for me. Beatty went to the Bills. The Broncos took Likely and McBride. Yeah, pain, isn't it? Perfect draft. Bravo, me at the 2 spot. I love it, Josh. So you went Malik. He went to the Vikings. Spiller went to the Bills. Pierce went to the Ravens. And then Beatty to the Bills. Well done. Excuse me. Sheesh. Hey guys, if you haven't dropped a like yet, it would mean a lot if you could drop a like on the video. Show some love. Let's see what Breadwinner does here. And another friendly reminder, I will be live on Twitch for the NFL draft. So if you want to join me, I'll paste that link in the chat. Feel free to subscribe to us over there. Danny Gray. I've heard a little bit about Danny Gray. I don't know enough about him to really comment. He lands in Green Bay. It's an interesting fit. In the 4th round, why not take a shot if Danny Gray's a guy that you like? Man, James Cook landing spot is great. Brian Robinson, that would be fun to see him kind of have a chance to take over the Texans' backfield. All right, let's see what D. Jordan does. But yeah, on Tony. Try and go trade for Tony. See what it would take to get some Kadarius Toney on your team. At this point, I think there's enough drop in his value to try and get him on your squad. High upside, low risk with the pick that it would take. Matt says Zach doesn't have a beard to shave off. I actually do have. I mean, I feel pretty confident about my my beard. Connects everywhere. Goes all around. I feel all right with it. Works for me. Terry says I was offered the 211 for Tony. Meaning you can get Tony for the 211 because I would take Tony in a heartbeat there, but I'm assuming there's no way I would sell Tony for the 211 if that's what you're saying. All right, so Trey McBride shouldn't be on the board here. He really shouldn't. I think a lot of us who have taken, I know he lands in here with the Broncos. I know Likely is there, but to me, Trey McBride steps into that tight end room and is automatically the most complete tight end on that team. Alberto, he's a great athlete, not a really great blocker yet. Isaiah Likely, also not in that good blocker category. He's an athletic guy, but he's known to be, he needs a little bit of work as a blocker. Trey McBride, I think, has a chance here to come in day one and be on the field for the most percentage of snaps of any of those tight ends. I think he's the most talented tight end in the class. I think he's the most complete tight end in this class. So for me, I think it's a slight overlook from us to let him fall all the way to the 4th round. Again, draft the talent. landing spots are important, but let's not overlook the talent too much. So I'm going to take McBride there. I feel really good about getting him in the 4th round. Any thoughts on Kennedy Brooks? I've talked about Kennedy Brooks before, Steven. I have placed Kennedy Brooks in the same tier. Let me double check. Kennedy Brooks is the same tier for me as guys like Algier, Pierre Strong, Zaquandre. You know, Kennedy Brooks is... He has all of the intangibles. He's got the size. Everything on film says to me that he can be a downhill runner in the NFL. So Kennedy Brooks absolutely is someone that I would be more than comfortable to take a shot on later on in drafts, for sure. I love me some Kennedy Brooks. Where did he land here? He lands in Arizona. It's a good landing spot, sure. Take a shot on him. Don't hate it at all. So I'm assuming that's Zaquandre. Drink My Cola gets both of the whites. Where does Zaquandre land here? He landed in... I like it. I like it in LA. Haskins. I'm not a huge Haskins guy, but he lands in a good spot, so I can understand that. And then Dubs off the board. Dubs is yeah, that's a fantastic spot for him. Did the Chargers go wide receiver 1st round? They went defensive line. So yeah, that's a good spot there. That's a sneaky good pick this late. Well done. Got to go with your guy at this point, totally. Danny Gray could be a Mooney type prospect that isn't from my eval. That's from someone else's. Okay, like it. Matt says, dang, I got patches. Hey, the patches can be real. All right, I'm just keeping up with the chat here. I'm shopping Tony. Tried to get the 202 and a 10 team, but got declined. Yeah, he's pretty volatile at the moment. Elwood says, wanted a late 1st for Tony. If he goes to the 49ers, stonks up. That's true. Gregory says, sold Tony for the 205 and a 23 second. You know, we will really only know who wins that trade in a couple years, let's be honest. Josh says, I would have gone McBride, but I wanted to hedge my bet in the Buffalo backfield. Understandable. Cola wants all the Z whites. Gator says, what type of player or pick would you be willing to offer to get Tony? I mean, I said it before, but I think the 204 in this year's class feels like something I'd be willing to move for Kadarius Toney. If I can move the 204 and get Kadarius Toney, that's kind of where I'm comfortable with the risk reward. If he stays in New York, if he doesn't, and if he doesn't, I actually think that's more ideal. If he gets traded, so you know, there's risk reward there a little bit. Dolchich off the board, and then Kevin Harris is along with Kyron Williams. All right, where did Dolchich go? I like that landing spot. Kyron's a Colt. And then did Kevin not get drafted? I don't think Kevin Harris got drafted. Yeah, Kevin Harris didn't get drafted. So GG's. Quote Nation says, Dontario Drummond, thank me later. I'll be honest, quote, watching Dontario, I remember we watched him back in January. Badaki really wanted to like him because he wants to be an Ole Miss fan because he's obsessed with Elijah Moore. I couldn't get on board. I couldn't get him on board with Dontario. Josh says, how would you feel about a Dynasty startup, but you do the rookie draft first? Am I too high, or does that sound like a fun idea? You do the rookie draft first? I think the problem with the startups is, like, how do you determine who goes where in that order? Do you know what I'm saying, Josh? So I think the smartest way to do it is to include, either wait till after the NFL draft and include the rookies, or do it before the NFL draft and allow people to draft rookie draft picks. So, for example, if you're in your startup in the 4th round, you can take the 101, you know, and then you do a second rookie draft afterwards where people, you know, have selected their rookie picks. But beforehand, it's just whoever gets the 101 in the rookie draft, they've got a huge advantage over everyone. So it would be tough to make it even. Gator says, I have the 9th pick in each of the 4 rounds of my current Dynasty League. Love it. Excuse me. August says, the Giants shopping Tony after 1 year doesn't bother you? Seems like a big red flag. The Giants also sent away OBJ. And OBJ, I don't think Cleveland was his problem. I think Baker Mayfield was his problem. And he's shown to be a very good wide receiver. So the Giants haven't really made the best decisions in the past with wide receivers. And to be honest, I think the only reason they moved OBJ was because of his, like, the way that he carries himself. And that's just, Badaki's talked about this multiple times. The Giants, they're an older front office. They really care about things like how people present themselves or how they look in the media. So Kadarius Toney might not be presenting himself the way that they want to, but I mean, so many wide receivers have that edge and they don't present themselves the best way. It doesn't matter what can they do on the field. So it doesn't really worry me too much. And to be honest, like I said, the 204 is what I would send. Is there really anyone here that went after the 204 that, you know, I really want to bet on over Tony? I don't know. Probably not for me. Someone could end up being more valuable, but probably not for me. But guys, I'm about to do a draft order reveal. Okay? So I have to write all your names down. Now, again, if you want to play in a Dynasty League with myself and Badaki, if you want to play in a Dynasty League with our community, you can do so by signing up to our Patreon. I will paste a link in the chat. And we also have a spot open for the 6th spot of an upcoming draft. The 6th spot in the upcoming draft. Oh, I just got a trade offer in one of our leagues. Let me have a quick little gaze. Let me just have a look. I just got a trade offer, so I always get excited by trade offers. I receive. Chase, are you on the stream right now? Are you on the stream right now, Chase? Because someone just sent me a trade where I'm sending away Kadarius Toney in one of our leagues. Y'all are funny. Okay, so I got y'all's. I got pieces of paper, and I'm gonna write everyone's name down that is in the league, and then we are going to get a draft order for the Foxtrot League. So I'm gonna write these names down as I go. So Badaki, I got Badaki's name here. I got Cole Minkler. I'm just gonna say Cole Mink. I got the Real Dynasty. Real Deal. Real Deal Dynasty. Someone just signed up to Patreon. Who is that in the chat? Who just signed up to Patreon? Huge love. I'll find out who that is in a second. Billy. DeLon. Is it DeLion? DeLion. That's a strong ass last name. If that's the last name. Remix. Joshua Palumbo. If you're in the chat, say what's up, my guy. Josh, huge love, my guy. Hey, I'll send you a message here soon with some information on your tier. The next step, Josh, is for you to submit your deposit. So, Josh, if you can submit your deposit here, which you should receive a message. You know what? I'll just send you a link to to submit the deposit, because as soon as you do that, I'll lock you into that third spot, or into that sixth spot for our league. Let me go ahead and just find this message I can send you, okay? Sorry, guys. 1 second, 1 second. I just want to send this message out. All right, Josh. Message is coming your way here. Huge love for signing up, brother. Really appreciate that. The sixth spot is just so... It's so enticing. So I'm glad that you were able to lock that up. All right, message is coming your way. Number 3 of that message is what you need to look at, Josh. Submit that deposit. And once you get that, I will literally send you the invite to that league on the live stream. I'll do it right now. Is it DeLion, by the way? August says, that's Mr. DeLion, sir. Is it DeLion? Because that's pretty badass. That's a strong-ass name. Okay. Daddy Rabbit. Who is Daddy Rabbit? Your guys' names on Sleeper are different than what they are on YouTube, and they're different on Discord. Makes it so hard to keep up. Daddy Rabbit, are you in the chat? Tebow is here. We got your boy Tebow. Shout out to Tebow, longtime supporter. John's here. Shout out to John, longtime supporter. John is double dipping. So he wanted to play in 2 Dynasty leagues, so he signed up for 2. So we got Hitman. Hitman, are you in the chat, my guy? Hitman 116. We got Speedy. Speedy, are you there? Represent. We've got Proofy. Proofy is, I can tell you're a good time, bro. You're hilarious. We got Captain Barney. That's Captain. Put some respect on the name. We got too many Detroit Lion fans. Nah, all love. And then you got me. That's the 12. Take your time, Josh. Tarbasho says, present. I love it. You know, like when most of you guys would have attended schools in America. Duh. It was a dumb thing to say. But you know how when you're in school and like there's someone, the teacher is like saying everyone's name. Everyone's like present, present. Or everyone says here, here. And then that one kid who says present. And you're just like, come on, man. Just say here. Everyone's saying here. All right. I am locking up. Okay. So typically the way that we do it, guys, is... Actually, you know what? I'm going to have 2 hats. That's how I'm going to do it. Normally, Badaki picks out the number out of a hat. I pick out the name. Badaki's obviously with family at the moment. Family coming in from Brooklyn. So I'm gonna get numbers as well. And we'll randomize the numbers and the names. Proofy here. Love it. You want the 103? All right. Give me 1 second. I'm going to get a little bit more paper. more league openings, brother. So if you're interested, I'll paste the link to our Patreon here. Please feel free to reach out with any questions that you might have. But there's a link there. The golf league is the next one. So we're from Foxtrot to golf. All right, just so everyone can see what's going on. Okay, well, my camera's not going to do that because it's not got a long enough cord. But I have one hat, by the way. Shout out KC. If you know Baldwin, I love this hat. Shout out Baldwin. Great company. Okay, so there is... It's empty. I am going to place all the numbers. I've written down numbers. So there goes number 1. I just ripped that up. All right, well, this we will know that this is number 1. Number 2. Number 3. Number 4. Number 4, my lord. Number 5. 6. 7. Now, I have gotten the 12 spot in our last 2 startups, and I have raged. Please, don't give me the 12 spot again, please. All right, so all the numbers are in the red hat. All the names, shout out Matthew McConaughey. All your names, I'm popping here. Okay? So names in the red, or names in the orange hat, numbers in the red hat. Give me 1 second. All right, so I'm gonna do something special for y'all. Normally I pick out the names. Badaki picks out the numbers. Badaki's not here, so I got my wifey. She's gonna pick out the numbers. So we'll do it at the same time. Actually, we've talked about it for so long, but it would be really fun to do a video where my wife drafted a Dynasty League for me. She would probably only draft like Tom Brady or something. What's up, girl? Okay. Oh, I'm going the wrong way, aren't I? No, I was going the right way. Okay. So you've got the numbers are in this one. Okay. So how we're gonna do this is at the same time we're gonna randomly pick a piece of paper. Yours is going to have a number. Mine's going to have a name. Okay. So let me text people in the chat just quickly to make sure everyone's here. We doing draft order now. Josh just got your Josh, I just got your deposit. I'm going to send you the link to the league right now, brother. Let's lock in that 6 spot for you.
Right now, brother.
Right now, brother. How are you today?
Good.
Yeah? Did you sleep well?
Yeah.
That's good. Yeah, good. Is it the... Okay.
I didn't want to wake up.
Yeah, I didn't want to wake up either. I actually had a dream.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I always have weird dreams. Josh, I just sent you the link, the sleeper link to join on Patreon. Check that out. Let me know if you get it. Okay, so here we are. I had a dream that like I was raised on this like farm, and I can't remember most of it. I just remember having to take care of these horses, and I didn't want to do it. I was like, why am I taking care of these horses? Anyway, that's dreams for you. All right. I love it. I love that we got Josh in. Okay. I'm going to pick out a number or a name. You're going to pick out a number. Yes.
Okay.
Keep it up so people can see that it's random. Okay. All right, here we go. I've got a name. So the number first.
5.
The number show
sorry.
people.
Wait, is this good?
Yeah. The number is 5, ladies and gentlemen. And the name is Tebow. All right, Tebow. Come on, camera.
No, you can't see that.
Frickin' figure it out, camera.
Is it my face?
Well, you're gonna have to trust us. The name is Tebow. There.
You can see it.
I'm gonna go ahead and while we're doing this, edit the draft order.
5.
Okay, so number 5 goes to Tebow. That's such a good spot, man. So, babe, for the last 2 leagues that we've started, I've gotten the last spot, the 12 spot, and I just don't want it again. I don't want to keep drafting from
I
the.
feel like this number picking is more important than this.
Well, it's just that the fact that it's randomized.
I know, but I feel pressure now. Because
There's a lot of pressure.
Whatever number I pick, the person gets it.
Yeah, look, if you give me the 12 spot.
Are we doing it again? Press it. Do I
Yes.
choose a number?
I have a name.
Have a number.
All right, the name is John K.
Number 9.
John K. Number 9, my lord.
My lord, did you say?
Yeah. John K, you got number 9. It's not a bad spot at all. All right. Here we go.
Are you picking?
I'm picking a name. I have a name.
I have a number.
She got a number.
Oh no.
The name is the real deal Dynasty.
It's number 16.
Number 16? No, that's number 10, babe.
Oh, really?
There's no 16.
I was like, oh no, that sounds like a really big number.
Is it not going to autofocus? What's going on? Okay, what if I get closer?
Hello, back in 82. That looks like a 16. You can't say
It's a
that
10.
That 100% looks like a 16.
It's a 10.
Look at this. Wait, what do you think? That, as if that's not a 16. Wait, how do you do this? There.
It's a 10.
That looks exactly
Leave me alone.
like 16.
Let me live my life.
Don't be mad at me.
Everyone's saying it's a 16. I've drafted good teams from the 12 spot. I have. I don't want to keep getting the same spot. I want to have different teams, you know? All right, here we go. I have a name. All right, what's the number?
2.
The number is 2. The name is Daddy Rabbit.
That's a good name.
Maybe you duck.
Me?
Yeah. Let's see if the camera's gonna. Yeah, there we go. Daddy Rabbit, number 2, baby.
I'm sorry, is it my fault?
Maybe it's your fault, you know? Zaddy Rabbit, number 2.
Is it Zaddy or Daddy?
It's Daddy. All right, here we go. I got a name. What's the number?
12.
Number is 12. Billy DeLion. I'm just happy that I didn't get the same number 3 leagues in a row. Billy DeLion, my guy. At the 12 spot. You can draft a good team from the 12 spot. A lot of different strategies I've tried, including getting as many 23 picks as possible. Billy's at the 12. Yeah. I'm just laughing because when I saw that you said it was a 12, I was just hoping to God that it wasn't my name. Not because the 12 is terrible, but just because I don't want the same spot again and again and again. Okay. Life is good so far. All right. I have a name.
I got a number.
The name is Hitman.
7.
Hitman, you are number 7, my guy. Hitman, there you go. Yeah, that's working, babe. Hitman.
So I just have to hide.
You just have to duck for a second.
Every reveal.
Hitman, I think, is 2 minutes, $2, if I'm not mistaken. All right, so we still have the 1 spot, the 3 spot, the 4 spot, the 6, the 8, and the 11. Okay. I have a name.
I have a number. 11.
The number is 11.
Yeah. Can you see?
Fuck my life, dude.
Is it you?
Far out. I just can't get out of the 11 or 12 spot.
Unlucky.
What the hell, man? I was really hoping I would finally get out of the back end of the draft.
Yeah, not sure what
I mean,
to say.
I have 3 teams where I'm drafting from the back end. This is pain. At this point, it's like the world's against me, I think. All right, here we go. The name is Captain Barney.
Number 8.
Number 8 for Barney. I'm so happy for you. I'm salty. There we go. Ready? I'm so annoyed right now. Hey, if anyone wants to swap positions, let me know because I mean I've been in the back end for so long.
The number is that?
That's number 1.
Oh.
The name is fuck off.
Oh.
Fuck off.
Such a slow reveal.
You gotta be fucking kidding me, bro. But Aki gets a 1 spot again. Oh my god. He got the 1 spot last league.
Sorry. Very sorry.
Oh my god. Imagine having like 3 leagues and looking forward to them and you drafting at the 12, and the 11. Far out. All right, here we go. I got a name.
I've got a number.
Cole Mink.
Pretty sure that's a 6.
Cole Mink, you are at the 6th spot, brother.
Yeah, brother.
It's a good ass spot.
Sure, it's a wedding present.
Wedding present. Oh my god. I'm so annoyed right now. All right. There's 2 spots left, the 3 and the 4 spot. So whoever is here, you're getting a good spot. So we can't really complain too much. The name is Proofy.
3.
All right, so Proofy, you get the 3 spot.
That means there's 1 left, right?
Move for a sec.
Oh, sorry.
Proofy, you get the 3. And then that means that the 4 spot goes to Speedy. You are the last one. So Speedy, you get the 4. I'm so happy for you guys. I'm so happy for all you guys who got spots in the top end of the draft. Am I sad? Am I just falling into a pit of despair? Hard to say at this point. Hard to say.
But wasn't that so fun, Zach?
Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah. Alright.
Oh, annoyed. Thanks.
Sorry.
Thanks.
Bye.
Okay, well. There you have it. There you have it. I'm trying to recover mentally. You know, it is what it is. I've said this in the other leagues, but if someone who has a top 6 pick wants to move to the 11, as in your entire draft, you would move to the 11, then I will send you a 2023 first. Legit. Because I can't keep drafting from the 11 and 12. So if you got a top 6 pick, you want to draft from the 11 spot, the entire spot's changing, I'll send you a 23 first. I will do it. And also, trades are active. So you can now trade any position or in any draft pick that you want. Now, I do need to send out a message on trades. So I will send out a message there. And the main reason we're talking about trades is because, you know, trades are always a point of conflict in every Dynasty league. So we need to address it from the very beginning. Let's be honest, guys. I'll send this message out and then I'll talk about it. I'm just checking this message. Okay. So let's talk about trades for 1 second in the league. Hopefully everyone's here. You know, if you're not, you can read that message. But trades happen, all right? There will 100% be trades that go down in this league that some people don't like, they don't agree with. Badaki and I, as commissioners of your league, we don't want to have more power than you guys. We want everyone to have the same amount of power. So we don't, like, if there's a trade that people don't like, that happens. As long as there's not clear collusion, we will 99.9% of the time allow a trade to go through. I think the only time that we vetoed a trade was when it literally just didn't make sense. Someone traded like a 4th round startup draft pick for an 11th round startup draft pick. Like, that just doesn't make sense. There's no way to explain that value. But there will be trades that happen in this league that you disagree with. We have to all agree that we respect each other, that we're going to, you know, be respectful in the chat. And those trades are going to happen. It's going to happen. So let's be respectful of each other. We can disagree on trades, but make sure we're always bringing some respect into the conversation. Man. I'm so annoyed. I can't even hide it. I'm just annoyed right now. Let me read some of the chat. I'm just catching up with the chat. Terry says he said the 101 on the block, Zach. No, it's because he's not gonna give me he's not gonna give me value. But Aki's calling me right now. Yo.
Hey, yo. Did I actually get the 101?
Yeah, you son of a bitch.
But you also got the 111 too, like, again, or...
Yeah, I know.
You don't have...
I know. I was so hopeful because all, like, the 12 was gone, the 10 was gone. I think there was, like, there was like a 80% chance I was going to get a top 6 pick.
Yeah.
And then I got the 11, and I'm just, it is what it is, but it's sad.
Yeah, it's I mean, once again, like literally every single one of my team is gonna be the exact same.
You want to swap?
I have I'll swap if we'll talk about it later. But I'm down to listen. Like I want to switch one of these picks.
Yeah.
Because like I said, I have the exact same team. I have the 11 and 2. I have the 1 and 2, like the 1-on-1 and 2 leagues, the 11 and 2 leagues. And I think I have the 12 in 1 league. So all my teams are going to be very, very similar, you know?
Yeah.
So I'm down to like make a move.
Well, I mean, look, if you want the 11 spot, I've said this.
I don't want to just swap, but like, you know.
Yeah. Well,
send me something intriguing and I'll look through it throughout the day.
You heard that. Everyone who's in that league, you heard that. You know, send them a message.
Are you live right now?
I am live right now.
That's so funny.
You're talking
Hi,
to the people.
I appreciate you. Love you.
Hey.
If you want the 1-on-1, let me know. I'm sorry that I got the 1-on-1, and you know it's not rigged. You know it's not rigged because I wasn't even there. So 200 IQ.
I think we should redo it, to be honest.
Yeah, do it. I'm down.
Because I think it was rigged.
Zach thinks it was rigged. That's funny. Yeah, but let me know. I'm really down to move. I'm really down to move the 1-on-1. If you wanna, I don't want to swap. I want like some pick compensation. Either pick compensation or like I'll give you the 1-on-1 and you give me your second or something. But I don't know how you feel about that. Or anyone, and that goes to everyone that's in the league right now.
So then I would give you the 111 and the 201, but I would keep drafting from the 11 spot.
No. Like I'm happy to swap from. So I'm happy to swap picks. For example, we swap the 1. You get the 11. You get the 1 spot. I get the 11 spot. But I want like your second rounder.
So we would swap drafts entirely, but you would take my second rounder.
Something like that, potentially. So but I don't want. I still would like my second rounder. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So I would have the 111, my second pick in the 111 spot, and then I want the second pick in the 101 spot. Does that make sense? So I'll have two second round picks.
Yeah, I'll have to think about that because that's such a crucial pick.
Yeah, I know exactly, but yeah, I get what you're saying. But let me know.
We'll talk.
All love, people. Good to not hear your voice, but I'm pretty sure Zach's holding it down. Show love to Zach, and yeah.
Hey, shout out to Joshua, by the way, who signed up to Patreon today.
Yeah. Shout out to Joshua. I saw that email. What's up, yo? Appreciate you. Thank you for everyone that's still once again supporting the community. Even when I'm gone, Zach, once again, Zach's been holding it down. I'll be back next week, this week. A week from today, I'll be officially back. I'm going to Fiji on Thursday. And then I'm gonna probably sneak in for the draft for the first round.
Yeah. The live stream?
For the live stream, yeah. I want to watch either the first round or at least the first 10 picks, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, all love.
All right, bro.
All right, man. Later,
Zeus. That's your boy. I'm in disarray. I'm not going to do that trade. I mean, that's giving up way too much. There's no way I'm going to do that. However, in literally any of the leagues, let me take that back, because in one league I've already started a strategy and I've got some 23 firsts in my pocket. Let me just double check here. Okay, so in the Delta League, I'm set. I know what I want to do. But if you're in the Echo or the Foxtrot League and you can give me a top 6 pick, I will, and you can give me a top 6 spot, as in we will swap spots entirely. I will send you my 23 first. The first person in the Delta or the Echo League that will swap spots entirely with me, and I will send you my 23 firsts, I will do it. I'll keep the 12 spot in either the Foxtrot or the Echo, or the 11 or 12. Man. I'm sad. It's all right. 8 is not a top 6 pick. No. Unlucky. What can we do? Guys, thanks so much for joining. I appreciate it. It's it was a fun time. I mean, I had fun even though I'm annoyed about the pick. That's fantasy. Now it's my job to go out and put the best team available on paper. You know what I mean? Mock, no, that we don't grade the rookie mocks because it's just so it's so you know, it's so many different perspectives. So we won't grade the rookie mock, but tomorrow I do have a Dynasty startup draft that I will be live streaming for you guys. So check that out. And we'll see you guys tomorrow. Dynasty startup draft tomorrow, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You know, again, if you're watching this and you do want to be part of our leagues, I'll leave the link here, patreon.com/fantasylandfam. Shout out to Josh for signing up today. That's huge love. Appreciate everyone who is subscribing to our redraft channel. It's not super active at the moment, but it will be popping off come mid-season, or sorry, come like 2 months before the season. And then again, if you want to watch the draft with me, make sure that you are following us on Twitch. So I'll paste that link there. August, the draft order should be set already. It's already set. I updated it already, so you should be able to see it there. But huge love, guys. Thanks for all the support. Thanks for all the love. See you guys tomorrow.